What the?
What the? What's going on YouTube and what up to the Dragon Squad? I am Ember, the Blaze.
And I'm Glacier, the Iceborn.
And we are Reaction Dragons, coming to you from the Dragon's Lair. And a quick reminder guys, if you like the vibe, like and subscribe.
Doesn't cost a dime and helps us go full time.
Why are you making it complicated? It's easy.
Thanks so much for the support guys. Now what's in the menu for today, Glacier?
Alright guys, I hope you're ready for class. It's Dark, Season 1, Episode 5, Truth.
Truths. And before we get started into this, we found some truths out while we were in post-editing with Episode 3. So think of it this way, like we're like the Ember and Glacier from the future. So we don't even know what kind of comments are hitting on Episode 3 reaction as of right now.
Because Episode 3 just dropped.
As we're going back, we found out some crucial evidence that kind of nullifies our whole theories on the Clockmaker, at least for one I saw. So I don't know how the fuck this went under our radar, but when Claudia's opening Helgi's present, which is obviously the Journey Through Time book, when she opens it, she starts with the back of the book that has like the author's signature or whatever, and the picture of it. And I'm looking at the picture, I'm like, that looks a lot like the fucking Clockmaker. And then sure enough, like in Episode 2, we went back even further, and the kidnapper that's got Eric in the chair, he's watching a show about the astrophysicist talking about the black hole, and that's the motherfucking Clockmaker too. So the Clockmaker must be this astrophysicist that wrote the book about Journey Through Time, and he obviously knows a lot of shit about black holes, and he obviously is the one that manufactured what we would only assume is a time machine. I have no idea how the fuck that went under our radar, and even more so, we went back to the very first episode because I was thinking, what if he's the one that narrates at the very beginning of the first episode? Yep. And as we're watching the different family pictures of all the people, all the characters we met in the show so far, literally shows their child counterparts. Which I guess I don't know if that's our fault that we literally just didn't pick up on that, but I think it's just because we went through 2 episodes of so much fucking complex storytelling and information. Yeah, by the time we get to Episode 3 and we see the 1986 counterparts of the main parents, I completely forgot that we already saw their faces in the very first couple frames of the first episode. Yep. But that just goes to show how complex the show is. I can't imagine people that just casually watch the show how much shit goes over their head. Probably 5-6 episodes in.
You're not taking notes, unless they just have really good memories. Some people are like that they can watch that shit.
But we're taking pages of notes and little details like that are hiding in plain sight still went under the rug. Yep. But we know now, and that kind of opens up a lot of other shit now because it's the author's name is I think H.G. Townhouse. So it leaves more questions. Is that Noah? Because you think about it, the kidnapper is watching his videos on black holes. So it kind of goes back to what we were saying is what if whoever built the chair machine, that's a prototype time machine, which is why it's charring people's fucking eyes and blowing out their eardrums. So what if he is watching this astrophysicist to take notes because that guy built the perfect time machine? The way I'm thinking about it is because first we were thinking, oh shit, now this is a completely new character. It's not old Mikkel or old Jonas or old Oregon, all those shits that we were saying in Episode 3 theories. Yeah. We thought maybe that's by the wayside. But what I thought about is there's a lot of authors that use pseudonyms. Like Mark Twain, for example, uses a fake name just for his books. So this H.G. Townhouse could just be a pseudonym, and it could still be one of these main characters in the future. But then, the only thing I'm thinking about is the fact that the book was already published in 1986, right?
Yeah, so it wouldn't be.
So the only thing I can think of, maybe this goes back into the past versus us focusing so much on future. Maybe we should be focusing on the past. Because we noticed that a lot of these older counterparts in the first episode, they have child pictures in there as well, like Helgi, like Enos, like Jana. They all have kid pictures in the first couple frames. So I think we're going to go, and I think we brought this up, I think we're going to go back 33 years from 1986.
I remember editing one of them. I think it's in editing Episode 4 we talked about it.
Yeah, so which means that would take place in 1953 if we're going off this whole 33-year rule. But just wanted to clear the air because I'm sure there's a lot of comments, maybe dislikes are like, how the fuck did you guys miss that about the Clockmaker? Yep. Sorry, we're not perfect. We're doing the best we can here. Main things is I want to know more about who this Noah character is. If this is a third culprit, if this is someone we haven't met yet or someone we haven't met yet. Why is the stranger helping Jonas? Because that only leads me to believe that he's a protagonist because he's trying to help Jonas figure out this map that Michael left behind. Yep. And then also what's in that basement, the one that's on the Doppler property, because another thing we noticed in the first episode, there was a couple of frames that showed a bunch of artillery, like hand grenades and guns and shit like that. I think there's some gas masks too. So that leads me to believe that, somebody's plotting for the end of the world, and I think the power plant has a lot to do with it, because it seems like they're preparing for a nuclear holocaust almost. Yeah. So is that what's in the basement that we haven't seen yet? Because it seems like Charlotte was right on the cusp of finding out, and then she got the call because Ulrich got arrested at the plant.
Or I'm wondering if that's where the room is somewhere. the room that they keep Eric in.
I mean, maybe the artillery is in the room, but I'm pretty sure that room itself is in the cave
Or
on like a pathway to the power plant.
Maybe that door that Ehrlich was trying to open in the cave.
Yeah, so maybe that's what's hiding behind that door. Obviously, you know, it seems like Yeeson, Elizabeth's boyfriend, is about to get captured by the kidnapper. So I want to know, like, what the fuck's gonna happen with that? Is he gonna be the next experiment, the next guinea pig to try the chair out?
Is Charlotte gonna start grilling Peter?
He's gonna start grilling Peter because now that Elizabeth's safe, I feel like that family dynamic or lack thereof is gonna keep moving forward. So now Charlotte, because of the fact that she thought that Elizabeth was abducted, she understands where Ehrlich's coming from.
Yep.
So now is she gonna start going harder to get that search warrant for the plant?
Now, especially that she said, someone gave me this, now she knows someone's out there messing with kids.
Exactly. Now she has this pocket watch. Yeah, because we didn't see the pocket watch in the 1986 timeline, but obviously there's an embroidery on the inside. It said like for Charlotte or something like that.
I'm thinking about that now. Like, what if Noah is the clockmaker? Like you said, he's using like a pseudonym because he sent her the clock.
That would make sense. Yeah, because it's all
wrapped on time. Battery has a son.
That's kind of where we're at right now. I just want to see where the fuck this goes moving forward, but I'm ready, Glacier. You ready?
Ready.
All right, guys, and as usual, just take a couple seconds, hit the like button down below. The impressions do lead to more views. And you can get the full watch along to episode 6, waiting for you guys on Patreon right now. With that being said, let's fucking go. Oh, this sheep.
Ulrich.
Oh, she's calling Ulrich. Damn, bro, she's been obsessed with him.
Dang, I didn't know it was like that. Like a crush, maybe. Super crush.
Like you have a crush on a celebrity type shit. I love how everything ties together.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid. Same mole and everything. The casting for this show is brilliant.
Yep.
22 unanswered calls. Goddamn, Hannah, pump your brakes.
Damn voicemail.
Damn, she's texting Jonas and curving Bartosz.
Oh no. Now what does that red string have?
I think it's that Ariadne thread. Like a symbolic Ariadne thread. You know something else I noticed?
What?
Remember we were talking about that infinity symbol and has a line through it that separates like mirror image? Like exactly what the show's doing. It's like a mirror image. They put a line through the middle and each side is like mirroring each other.
Was that alternate realities?
Yeah, it goes back to that shit the teacher was talking about symmetry.
That's fucking crazy. We saw guns though. We haven't seen any guns yet.
That's what I'm saying. The guns are either in that chair room or in the basement.
Die Polizei hat bisher noch keine Stellungnahme abgegeben.
Oh no, they're riding.
Oh yeah,
sure.
they're getting pissed. They're fed up. All the pressure's gonna be on the department now.
Dieser Noah, wie sah der aus? Kannst du ihn beschreiben?
Peter's kind of sus. Listening
why are
in.
you looking so concerned?
Oh shit.
And blue eyes.
Jedes kleine Detail ist wichtig.
You could say that again.
Yeah, every little detail is important.
Ich weiß, dass du nicht
Ooh, evidence.
du irgendetwas mit dem Verschwinden von Mikkel zu tun hast. Oder Erik. Oder Yasin. Dann sag's mir.
Yeah.
Dass du mit all dem nichts zu tun hast.
Shit.
He has blue eyes too. Look at him. He has blue eyes.
He does?
They both do.
Spitzt.
Look, he's being like. That's usually something when you're guilty of something.
What were you doing then, Peter? What were you doing?
Willst du nicht endlich mit mir sprechen?
I wonder if that's the book she opened in the beginning. I'm not afraid.
Looks like it, the shape.
Damn.
Here we go. Damn, are you Mikkel or are you Jonas? I need to know.
And how did you get the time machine? Now it's the 7th of November.
Look at his throat.
Oh yeah, he's got something on, like a scar on his neck. Maybe from the rope?
Is it Michael then? No. It was either that or he got cut in his neck.
I mean, it looks like he was being strangled.
You gonna figure out the code? No, he's like, fuck that, I already tried it so many times.
Or he's gonna find some shit out about his dad.
Someone's calling.
Come on, Bartosz, answer it. For our sake.
Hallo Bartosz,
Yeah.
mein Name ist...
Oh my god.
Woher kennen Sie meinen Namen?
What the fuck?
I knew you were gonna pick up his phone.
Damn it, so no one knows that he has the bag. That's...
And he has the phone. Oh no!
Hallo Martha, wollte das zu Katharina.
Why are you going to their house?
Oh no.
Danke.
That's so much tension, like unspoken tension.
Just go. Go. Leave.
Magst du reinkommen?
Yeah, they're not gonna push her away, it's raining.
Oh no.
I just want to know how Hannah walks around with balls that big.
This is bad.
This is really bad. Look, Katharina knows some shit.
Well,
She's
point,
like, this
at
is-
this point, it might give her
Like she's
Look at her.
It's almost like Hannah wants to get caught.
Und Ulrich? Ich weiß es nicht.
He's like, oh, fuck.
Was machst du hier?
Oh no.
Oh my god, you're making it so
Anna hat
weird.
uns was zu essen gebracht.
Stop making that face.
Like, stop staring.
Kannst du mich vielleicht mitnehmen? Ich bin mit dem Fahrrad da.
What are you doing?
Ich kann Ulrich dich mitnehmen.
This is so fucking uncomfortable.
Does she know?
I feel like low-key she knows. Because you think about it, they've known each other since 1986.
She found the hair.
Danke für das Essen.
She don't pluck a hair.
Gerne.
She had to have known that Hannah had a thing for her, like, growing up. Like, Hannah does not make it, like, low-key or hidden.
I don't know if there's just so much shit going on in her bubble right now.
Ja, gut. Es tut mir leid. Auf Wiederhören.
Damn,
Literally, he's the only one that's staying there at this point.
You're not paying your rent.
Könnten Sie das für mich zustellen?
Oh, shit.
Wollen Sie uns schon verlassen?
Ich muss für ein paar Tage verreisen. Es müsste bis heute Abend zugestellt sein. Ist das wichtig?
Important.
Ja, natürlich.
Locally delivered, and it has to be on the 7th of November.
By noon. Don't open it.
Or do open it. Oh, it's going to Jonas?
I knew it was going to Jonas. I had a feeling.
Yep. I mean, he's definitely helping him.
Ich gehe da heute Abend auf jeden Fall hin. Und ich will, dass du dabei bist.
Oh, shit.
Kann ich auf dich zählen?
Ja, klar. Immer.
They're gonna go see Noah?
Did Noah want him to bring Jonas?
Ich bin Noah,
I'm Noah.
You motherfucker.
Pfarrer der St. Christophorus-Gemeinde. Glaubst du an Gott?
Oh my god.
Dadurch ist Raum, Zeit und Materie entstanden.
Damn, he's talking.
Und auch die Erde.
Nichts kann aus nichts entstehen.
Damn, what came before the Big Bang?
Vielleicht ist der Urknall nichts anderes als der Schöpfungsakt Gott. Gut, dass er dich erzogen hat, Dinge in Frage zu stellen. Sollte man auch mal die Frage
Look at
stellen.
the question of the question things.
Für jeden Menschen. Auch für dich.
Including you. Damn, it's Noah though. We got Noah.
Well, that means he's a completely different character.
But
Or
he's
is
fucking with time travel.
Ich will, dass du aufhörst, mich anzurufen. Okay? Hör einfach auf.
Das für dich, ja? Irgendeine beschissene Affäre.
Yeah, you can't just come to my house. The fuck? I can't just leave my wife during this shit.
Why are my kids missing?
Guck mich an. Und jetzt sag mir, dass da nichts ist. Dass dir das hier alles scheißegal ist.
Hannah, this is literally the worst possible time.
Egal, was du jetzt brauchst, ich bin für dich da.
Was ich brauche.
Oh shit. I need you to get out.
Ruf mich nicht an. Komm nicht vorbei. Lass uns einfach.
Oof.
Damn, man, it's raining.
God, cold-blooded.
Hau ab! God! Oh no!
Ich glaub ja nicht, dass ich dich einfach so gehen lasse.
Oh no! This is why you don't have affairs. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into when you break it off. Especially for that long.
Hörst du mir überhaupt noch zu?
Ja, wir quatschen später weiter, okay?
Damn.
Oh, poor Hannah.
And it seems like obviously she's younger. I'm guessing he's maybe like a junior and she's a sophomore or freshman.
Yeah, she's younger.
This shit's been going on for
Damn.
years.
Fuck.
She's giving out that stalker vibe. Faux show.
Wir müssen nicht, wenn du nicht willst.
Lieber jetzt mit irgendwem anderen.
Lose your virginity. Probably.
Yeah, sounds that way.
Aber du besorgst
Yep.
Gummis.
Yep.
Ich will kein AIDS und ich will keine Kinder.
I'm trying to say I have AIDS.
Wait, I don't trust her, that's what I'm saying.
Keine Kinder. Niemals.
Yeah, about that.
We have 3.
So I wonder if that means she had some kind of like low-key resentment for her kid because she never wanted him.
Noch eine Zeit hier im Krankenhaus bleiben.
Nein, das ist leider nicht möglich. Aber ich kann Ihnen versichern, dass man im Heim auf seiner...
Oh, shit, does the niece take him into her home? So he doesn't go to the children's home?
No, because she would have him in the future.
Well, we don't know. That means Michael had a brother.
Mein Sohn ist verschwunden, ich kann nichts tun.
Well, not the time for self-loathing.
Hast du schon mal was von dem 33-Jahre-Zyklus gehört?
That's a thing?
Unsere Kalender stimmen nicht. Das Jahr ist eigentlich nicht 365. Aber alle 33 Jahre ist alles wieder genauso wie es
What
war.
the fuck?
Sterne, die Planeten, das ganze Universum ist...
I did not know that.
I don't know that either. Teach me something.
Klein war, hatte ich immer das Gefühl, dass mit Winden irgendwas nicht stimmt.
Who's her grandfather?
Dasselbe Gefühl habe ich jetzt wieder. Wie ein gigantisches Déjà-vu.
It's crazy how Ehrlich feels like, damn, I became Egon, even though he hated him through his whole adulthood.
Yeah.
You can see like there was tension between him. He's like, I became.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Du siehst ihm ähnlich, deinem Vater.
Damn. Are you introduce yourself?
Hey, please say a name.
Kennen wir uns?
Aber ich kannte deinen Vater.
Oh shit.
Lange her, aber ich kann mich noch gut an ihn erinnern. Er hat mir damals das Leben gerettet. Aber das habe ich erst sehr viel später verstanden. Manche irren darin bis zu ihrem Ende herum und suchen nach einem Ausweg.
It's like that painting or that picture that's in his room.
Da gibt es nur einen Weg und der führt immer tiefer hinein. Aber man kann sich mit ihm versöhnen.
You're talking to me about death, man.
Drauf lassen.
Of course, you're not gonna say a name.
Nope.
So what was in the package if he's still carrying on the time machine?
Not sure.
Fuck, so
Unless that is Mikkel, because she takes Mikkel in while Michael's young and they're both hanging out with each other, young Michael.
They didn't even realize it.
Hey, it's okay. Okay.
Her dad, right? Yeah, it's her dad.
Yeah.
We haven't got him in the future.
We haven't seen him in present day.
Or in the present, yeah. I mean, I guess technically everything's the present.
Time's not linear anyway, so.
Yeah.
Oh shit, she sees Mikkel. What kind of crazy shit is going on? Yep, I'm not afraid book.
Findest du mich eigentlich schön?
The fuck? Oh, she's just trying to like get over Ehrlich?
Weißt du, was ich mir manchmal vorstelle? Dass ich zaubern kann. Also ich stelle mir vor, dass ich etwas will, wie diesen Kronkorken bewegen.
And Mikkel does magic.
True.
Kennst du Houdini?
Harry Houdini, einer der größten Zauberer der Welt.
This is blowing my mind.
Die Dinge verändern sich nur, wenn wir sie verändern. Aber man muss es geschickt und verborgen machen. Dann wirkt es wie Zauberei.
Bam.
Oh, hey.
Woher kannst du das?
Ich komme aus der
Hey, spend some game. Hey, Mikkel.
Hallo Mikkel, Junge aus der Zukunft. Ich bin Hannah.
This is crazy as fuck.
Hannah doesn't even know in the present day, like just remember this? Like
She probably can't even comprehend, like, oh shit, he was from the future.
And he's gone and he's missing now.
Anders sei sie gewesen. Schlecht. Ein Wesen aus der Unterwelt. Das alles vergeben, aber das Dunkle in ihren Augen größer als sonst. Und ihre Worte flossen wie Wellen.
For the editing, the show is God tier.
Makes you like think so many different things. Like I still think that's Jonas.
Die alte Welt stellt ihr nach wie ein Geist, der...
Oh no, she's gonna see it.
Oh no. This is why she becomes like obsessed with him. Because she wants what she can't have.
Oh hey.
Das Spinnrad sich dreht.
God. But what is she gonna do to retaliate? Is she gonna try to hook up with Mikkel? On some crazy
She's
time.
young.
Man kann die Knoten nicht lösen. Doch bleibt etwas zurück, das man nicht schneiden kann.
I wonder what the name of that play is that she's reciting.
Oh,
Sure makes
Martha.
sense.
You leave him hanging?
Oh, okay. Damn, and leaving him hanging to hang out with Martha.
If he ends up missing, that's a fucking.
So, okay, so the other time he was sitting on the bench, that wasn't them meeting up with Noah, he was just there.
Yeah, because that wasn't at night.
Warum hast du mich heute früh angerufen und nicht Bartosch?
Yeah, that's a good question. Oh no.
Hey, I can't.
Fuck, something happens to Bartosz.
Oh no, I think something's gonna happen to him. I mean, hopefully he can throw some hands.
Oh shit. Let me sit up. Well, this Noah guy's rich as fuck, he's driving a Rolls Royce.
Bartosz.
I know. He hasn't
Ich bin Noah.
aged at all.
I know. Oh shit.
Willst du nicht einsteigen?
What the fuck? He's definitely a time traveler.
And he's mastered it. He hasn't aged.
Yeah, he has no eardrums blown out, nothing. Wait, did she meet?
Yeah, that's a good picture drawing too.
Perfect, yeah. Spot on. Did she ever meet Noah in 1986? I wonder.
It's like these people, it's 33 years ago. So like.
Yeah, like you would forget about it even if you didn't. Ooh, fuck, I knew it was gonna come up.
Oh no.
She's asking you just assume she knows the answer.
I don't, just say no. She's too close to hit you.
Das würde ich niemals tun.
Good answer, Ulrich.
That's gonna bite him in the ass. Hannah looks like she's about to do some diabolical shit.
Oh no.
Was hast du denn gesehen?
Damn, what did you see?
Hat sich auf sie draufgelegt. Und sie wollte es nicht.
Oh no, you're gonna say he raped her?
Oh no.
See, she's been vindictive since then.
Und ihren Mund
Oh my god,
Or
Hannah.
did he actually do this stuff?
So.
No, she's making that shit up.
Hat sie sich gewehrt?
Oh my god, did you tell Egon? Oh my god, Hannah, what are you doing? Oh my god.
Hannah.
Dann gemacht.
Hat sie gewürgt und sie ist ganz rot geworden.
And Egon's mouth's watering, he's been waiting to get some shit on Ulrich.
Yeah.
If she's able to do that at that age,
And
what's she
she's
gonna
like,
do now? And she got oh my god, it's all on tape too. That's why Ulrich hates his ass. And this whole time he had no idea it was Hannah. Wow, Hannah, you're kind of a bitch for doing that. Look at her, bro. What is she gonna do now if she's able to do that shit? Bro, the acting is amazing. The child actor.
Oh, she did get beat, bro. Maybe she did do that.
Her mascara's just running.
No, her eye's like fucked up right there. Maybe he did do it. Oh no, I don't know.
Did he do it?
She looked like her eye was fucked up. I'm gonna go back and look at that.
They're gonna have to play out the whole sex scene. Like if she wanted him to stop and he wouldn't stop. But that would make sense. She asked him to fuck.
And maybe she got nervous and wanted him to stop.
That would change the dynamic then. I'll take back what I said about you, Hannah. But why the fuck would they end up together? If he raped her, then why would they get married and have kids? That wouldn't make any sense.
He got her in I don't know, abusive relationship. So there is two people though. Because Noah looks the same fucking age.
Yeah, so, I mean, Noah's the kidnapper, if I had to guess then.
Oh, look at the package.
Yes, tell me what's in the package. That looks like I forgot what it's called, a Geiger-meter. It like measures radiation. Oh, it is a light.
For the cave.
Damn, go to the cave and follow the most radioactive point. That's why he has the Geiger-meter.
And it's going to lead him to...
The X, the crossing maybe?
Crossing, yeah.
Do not open before November 4th. Is this...
Lieber Jonas, wenn du das liest, ist alles bereits unwiederbringlich geschehen.
Is this from Michael? Is it the same letter?
Yep.
Ich hätte dir die Dinge sehr gerne früher erklärt. Am 4. November 2019, die Zeit ins Jahr 1986.
Oh my God.
Zukunft blieb und wurde mit der Zeit ein Mann. Aus Mikkel wurde Michael, der niemals wusste, wo.
Are you kidding me? Mikkel is Michael?
Alles ist miteinander verbunden.
Oh my God, I got chills.
Mikkel. Michael.
Oh my God.
What the...
What the fuck?
So
it makes sense because he would have lived his life through this time. This book belongs to Mikkel. Jesus Christ.
But wait, hold on, I'm just fucking...
Just absorb it, we'll talk about it after, but I feel like Ace Ventura. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
Oh, we got the clockmaker.
Alright, now that I know who you are, you son of a bitch. Oh shit, so this is present day 2019.
Kann ich Ihnen helfen? Ich gerne mit Ihnen über die Zeit unterhalten.
My specialty.
Now
And he has the machine that he made.
It's gonna end.
Oh my fucking lord.
We gotta go back and see that her face is beat up.
That full-on brain meltdown. I don't even know what to say. Holy fucking shit. Truths. Glacier, what'd you think?
Probably the best episode so far, obviously. For
Yeah.
a lot of obvious reasons. We got to see Noah's face. We got some big ass reveals. We got some crazy ass fucking love triangle shit going on. I mean, a lot. There's so much shit. It's insane. My favorite episode so far, though.
Yeah, we're here to break it down because I feel like in that moment, I probably didn't say anything because I felt like my brain was literally oozing out of my ear in that moment. I was like, oh my dear lord. But I mean, I feel like within it, like I said, maybe my brain melted and it reformed into a better version of itself.
Well, let's tackle like the less complicated one first. Let's talk about Noah because he was the first scene.
Okay, so what we know about Noah is that he's a priest. The fact that he doesn't age, because we see him in 1986 when he first is introduced to young Mikkel, and we also see him when he picks up Bartosz, and he looks exactly the same. So that's pretty much confirmed that he's a time traveler.
And then Bartosz says, "Oh, I'm doing the drugs. I'm doing the drugs that Eric was dealing with."
With Eric's dealer,
which means that he's probably the guy. He's probably the guy in the raincoat. Now, is he talking in third person? Now, when we go back to the previous episode, when he's talking to
he's talking to Elizabeth, and he's saying, "This is from Noah."
This is from Noah. His voice sounds the same. Now I have to go listen to that voice.
Perhaps to look. So yeah, in that situation, if it is in fact the same person, then he's just talking to himself in third person.
And if it's not, someone's working with Noah that he still
there's still an apprentice that we don't know yet. But the fact that he's a priest makes me really intrigued. We're going to get into this whole Mikkel theory. Okay, so the thing is, he speaks to Bartosz in 2019. So the question is, what is he trying to get out of Bartosz? He obviously doesn't kidnap him.
And he doesn't kidnap...
he didn't kidnap Elizabeth. He doesn't kidnap Bartosz.
And he gave Charlotte a watch thing for Charlotte.
Yeah, the pocket watch for Charlotte. So the question is, like, what is his end game? I'm pretty sure being that he's a priest, and this ties back into the episode 3 with the whole 33 sheep and that proverb out of...
Charlotte's starting to pick up on it, because remember she was talking to earlier, like, you ever heard of the 33-year...
She's picking up on it just off of the fact that, like, every 33 years, apparently, because the calendars are never aligned, there's not exactly 365 days in a calendar year.
Yeah.
So it's all fucked up. So every 33 years is when everything is aligned, where the days line up, the planets are aligned. But she's thinking it more, like, on that line. But I feel like the episode with the sheep, where all their ears burst from exactly 33 sheep. I think it's like the shepherd, I believe is who it was. Using that proverb out of the Bible about like the end times, and it was Proverb 13:33. And Noah is a priest, and he, based on his conversation with Mikkel, he believes deeply in his faith because Mikkel's trying to say, oh no, everything came from the Big Bang and evolution, da da da. And he's like, well, who do you think started the Big Bang? But it's good for you to question things, but you got to question someone who questions things.
Like nothing, what is it? He said, something doesn't come from nothing.
Exactly. So he believes strongly in his faith, but he's obviously a fucking time traveler, so that much he's certain.
Yeah, and he's the same age.
So going back to the whole, so with the whole Hannah situation, now we learn that Hannah is kind of a psycho.
Yep.
Or she's at least obsessive, because at first we're thinking, oh, she's just in love with Ehrlich, and it made sense. Oh, they've known each other since they were pretty much in high school and this, that, and the other. But once she, I already got red flags when she showed up to Ehrlich's job in the second episode.
You go to flashback when she's like a diary, a cutout picture.
Cutout picture. So she's like full on obsessed with Ehrlich at this point. And the fact that she shows up to their fucking house, and that immediately sets off a red flag with Katerina, because she's like, why are you here? And then she can see the way Ehrlich looks at her when he walks in the room. He just goes, like, Hannah, what are you doing here? Like,
and then she's like, he's probably thinking like she dropped a bomb. Like he's probably thinking that he just walked into
he probably that she already knows.
Like, let me tread carefully. And she's like, oh, she came to drop off food. She goes, oh, I need a ride. And as soon as you see like a shiver like go down Hannah's spine, and Hannah hugs her. If you ever need anything, okay? If you ever need anything,
like she had that look on her face, like I know, like I know something. Maybe I know all of it, but I know something's up here. And the fact that like and probably Ehrlich knew that too, like, damn, I just dodged a fucking bullet if Katerina doesn't know about this yet. So that's why he broke things off with Hannah. Like, no, I mean, he did it kind of harshly, like, get the fuck out of my car in the pouring rain.
But maybe he had to do that, because if he did it anything like, he's fucked either way, but even if you do it lightly, it's like, oh, you're giving her
you're giving her hope. So he's trying to like cut it cold turkey, but it backfired, because now she's on that vindictive shit she was doing back in 1986.
Now, was it vindictive? We don't know, so don't spoil it, guys, but we don't know. It's either it's vindictive, because the way they do the editing, it looks like she's got that vindictive
look in her eye.
Or the way they do the stupid editing, because it shows it looks like there's a fucking mark.
It looks like Katerina got punched in the face, and it obviously the split screen with her and Ehrlich. So it's trying to tell you, oh no, Ehrlich's the one that punched her in the face. So that means that Hannah was telling the truth when she told Egon, the cop, that Ehrlich raped her.
Or the other theory is,
what I'm thinking is the fact that she's that vindictive at that age, and she's that vindictive at an older age, she hasn't changed at all. So the fact that, like, to make me believe that she was telling the truth, and she saw, even though from her point of view, it looked like there was consensual sex. Obviously, Katerina asked Jonas that she wanted to lose her virginity. So she wanted that to happen. So it's just weird to me that all of a sudden she would get cold turkey, and Ehrlich would break character and all of a sudden punch her in the face mid-sex. Doesn't seem, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it just doesn't seem likely the fact that they would still end up getting married after he raped her and having 3 kids. And her becoming like a principal. You would think that some shit like that, if she's in a toxic relationship where she's used to abuse, I don't think she would end up being a high school principal.
Maybe, you never know, but that or the parents.
Yeah, we haven't met Katerina, or I'm going to call her Katrina, Katerina, whatever. I haven't met Katerina's parents yet, and it seems more likely to me that her dad's an alcoholic, and the fact that she's such a rebel, because she's always like in 1986, she comes across kind of like a hard ass, especially in school, and it'll make me believe that she's that way because she's in an abusive relationship at home. And the fact that the cops got involved, her dad probably confronted her like, Ehrlich raped you? I'm gonna fucking kill him. And she's like, he didn't rape me. I wanted to have sex with him. I wanted it. Like, I wanted to lose my virginity. And he's probably drunk. I'm just kind of, again, theory. But he's probably drunk when she's telling him this shit about she wanted to fuck. And he probably said, boom, punched her in the eye. And that's where we meet her when she's laying in bed.
Yeah, either that or those are 2 theories.
It's one of the 2. Personally, it's more likely that her dad hit her.
I'm hoping that the dad hit her. I hope Ehrlich isn't a piece of shit like that. I mean, Ehrlich is, I guess, an asshole in the sense of...
he's already like going through self-loathing when he's like talking to Charlotte. Oh, I'm such a shitty person. I ended up just like, Egon. I hated him when I was a kid, and I ended up becoming him, and I cheated on my wife. So,
I don't
there's
know.
enough guilt there.
I mean, I think there's enough... I would like to think he didn't do it with it.
But it makes me scared, because what the fuck is she capable now of an adult?
And then, so let's say Hannah did do that, and that Ehrlich is innocent, then yeah, exactly. What is she going to do as an adult now?
Especially after Ehrlich is like cuddling with Katerina, she straight calls him out. I'm only going to ask you this once. Are you cheating on me? And he's like, I would never...
knows. She's just at this point...
It's a rhetorical question, I feel.
But she's not going to be able to really confront it or address it until she probably has hard evidence.
And I feel like Hannah's going to have that hard evidence.
Hannah's going to give it. Hannah's probably...
she's going to give it to him on a silver platter.
I think if she asked that same question to Hannah, it's...
she's going to give all the juicy deal. I can tell you what his dick looks like. Pretty much exactly like that one prostitute when it came to Peter and Charlie. She's going to do that same shit. I can describe exactly what his dick looks like.
Yeah.
Cricket, whatever.
Oh, God.
That's going to be really fucking bad. I mean, at this point, we got to get to the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room, yeah. The big...
Which the fact that Mikkel is Michael, Michael is Mikkel.
That was fucking nuts.
Yeah, the whole fact when Jonas opens up the letter, because we're thinking, okay, the hotel guest has the briefcase. We know the time machine's in there, so it can't be in that box that he had.
Wait a minute, I gotta pause you for a second there. So when you say the letter, when did he get the letter from Anise? Do you have the letter? Is there 2 letters?
Either there's 2 letters, or
when did he ever interact with her?
At some point he interacted with. I mean, that's a whole other thing. But somehow we'll talk about that. Somehow Jonas has the letter, And I'm pretty sure it's the same exact one that Nice has.
It's the same one.
It's the same exact one.
Because it don't open before
November 4th. So pretty much what the letter's saying, in a nutshell.
Same thing in the first episode. So yeah, it's the same letter.
In a nutshell, it's saying that in 2019, November 4th, 2019, I traveled back to 1986 and lived my life through there until I became a man. And then I had to do what I did. You're gonna understand it. Hopefully you understand. Hopefully you forgive me.
Everything's
but
connected.
I'm Mikkel. Mikkel is Michael. I'm your father. Pretty much what that means is Mikkel in 1986, which kind of saw the writing on the wall, had a relationship with Hannah, which we saw because they were flirting.
Well, Hannah was, I think, is doing it to get back at.
Yeah, I think Hannah's doing it out of spite because he saw Erlich and Katarina about to have sex, and immediately she went up to Mikkel. Do you think I'm pretty? Yeah. And they start talking about magic, but obviously that's Mikkel's wheelhouse is magic, which it's crazy how that fucking tied in. But they had a relationship, they ended up getting married, had Jonas, and then on June the 21st, 2019, Michael kills himself. And that's literally like one of the first shots we see in the first episode, right? Crazy thing is, I think that there's two adult Mikkels. I still think that the hotel guest is fucking Mikkel, and it gets deeper than that. I think at this point, the only reason for there to be two adult Mikkels is that at some point there was a branched timeline. And technically, like, we've been watching Loki, so I would say that the hotel guest is a variant and on an alternate timeline. And the fact that he had that conversation with Jonas, what does he say to Jonas? He says, I knew your father when I was young. He saved my life. He also says something along the lines
of... He saved my life indirectly, though.
Like, he didn't say how, but he says it, and it's funny. He said, he saved my life, and he starts going off about how life is a labyrinth, which ties into when they show the pictures that are hanging in the hotel. One of them is of a fucking labyrinth.
Yep.
And he's like, you kind of just wander out through it, and then you always end up in the center or something along the line. And he says, death is incomprehensible, we just try to make sense of it. So this is my two Mikkels theory, okay? I'm thinking that at some point in time, Michael kills himself, and he does it to save his younger version of himself. And that explains why there's a scar around the hotel guest's throat. It looks like a healed, attempted, choking or attempted hanging that healed.
Kind of like that same thing we were talking about with Looper.
Yeah, you remember in Looper? I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. Spoiler alert, the younger version of that person has to end up killing the older version due to this whole time loop or whatever. And so there's one scene where the older version escapes, and the organization captures the young person, starts mutilating his body, and the older person starts immediately seeing the scars appear from everything they're doing to the younger version. Yep. I think we're dealing with the same situation here. And this is what I also think. I think at some point, let's just say going back to the whole, like, everything's aligned. What I'm thinking is Mikkel's living in 1986, and somehow, if I had to put a date on it, we were talking about it, if we had to put a date on it, let's just say it's June 21st of 1987. He's been living in the past for a year. Noah's already met him. Noah at this point, I feel like in 1986 is already fucking with time travel, because that's probably what attracted him to even meet Mikkel in the first place, because Enos probably called him and said, yeah, I got this kid here, he's saying he's from the future. And Noah's like, oh, future? Oh, I'm on my way. And so I'm thinking at some point in time, Noah is still fucking with time travel. I'm guessing he's the one that has that chair. And he's about to send young Mikkel through time, which is more likely going to kill him. And then out of nowhere, at the same time that Michael hangs himself, young Mikkel all of a sudden gets the scar across his neck. Yep. And I'm guessing that the priest, since he's very religious, probably thought of that as some stigmata shit. And that immediately stopped him in his track. Like, either said, oh shit, time travel is possible. Yep. Or this is some religious satanic shit. Either way, it causes Noah to stop in his tracks and leave Mikkel alone.
Yeah, it's something like that, or something happens to young Mikkel where he has to do that. Like, I just don't see him killing himself, obviously for no reason. There's the why, and we didn't get the answer to the why.
Yeah, we don't have the why as of yet, but I feel like at some point, I feel like he knows that Noah is gonna try to kill Mikkel in the past. So to stop Noah from doing that, he kills himself, so that way young Mikkel all of a sudden gets a scar on his neck, and that has some like religious profoundness to Noah where he stops.
Kills himself to save himself.
Kills himself to save himself, literally. But that also leads me to believe like what we were saying earlier about the two different time machines. So we're guessing that if Noah's still fucking, if Noah's fucking with time back then, he's probably already built the chair, but it's charring everybody he puts in the chair, it's charring their eyeballs out, blowing out their eardrums.
Because he doesn't age at all, so he's done something that isn't causing that kind of effect on him. He obviously doesn't have charred eyes.
I'm thinking at some point he gets his hands on the one that HG Townhouse has built. Because remember, assuming that that's Noah in the hood, or he's associated with the guy that's in the hood, they're watching the video on HG Townhouse talking about black holes and time travel.
Does he know Peter? Because Peter is at that cabin too.
That's a whole nother conversation, but I think he knows HG Townhouse.
Charlotte did address Peter in this episode too. That was a small part.
It was a small, yeah. That was another part. Charlotte literally calls him out. I know you weren't at the office, so where the fuck were you? And Peter doesn't answer. Peter just kind of projects, "Oh, you're crazy." Da da da. So we don't have that answer yet. What Peter's doing? He's definitely involved in this shit too. But the fact that he's watching HG Townhouse's astrophysicists, I'm assuming, talk about time travel, and the fact that HG Townhouse, which we know now is in 2019, that scene where he's building the machine, he obviously has perfected time travel. that somehow, I'm thinking that somehow Noah gets his hands on the revised time machine, and that's how he's able to time travel without any marks or any bullshit.
That or something else, because now we have the one that has the scar in it, the stranger, we don't know yet. Could be, we're thinking it's still Nickel.
For all intents and purposes, I'm used to thinking it's Jonas, but I think there's enough.
Well, I think with a rope now, it kind of makes me think this.
It's not just this, it's the rope scar, and it's also the fact that both of their eyes have the bags under their eyes that pretty much look identical, and the lips are very similar on Michael and
it just
Hotel.
They do a great job because they have him with
it's like a beard and a bushier,
long
mustache too,
where you can't really identify him.
It's enough to just like it'd be enough for Jonas to not recognize him.
And now he's going back and talking to the time guy.
And he's like, I need to have a conversation with you about time. So there's still a lot of shit that we don't know about, but I feel like with their theories, again, it's either the brilliance of the writing in the show, even if we're wrong, the evidence that we collected makes it make sense.
Yeah.
Or we're correct to some extent.
To some extent, yeah. Hopefully we're correct on some things. We're definitely wrong on other things, but
fucking
it still might be Mick, like you said, it might just be an alternate timeline, and he had to do that in order to save himself, which I don't know how hanging himself, it's like you're choking your younger self, but I don't know, because the scars...
I think it's all about
because technically that's the future Mickle, the younger one, and they can both technically coexist in the same area. They did it for 11 years.
Well, that would mean, because remember, time is not linear, so even though Mickle is technically in the past, he's still technically future Mickle, so if he does something, if Michael does something to himself, it still may leave scars on him.
Yep.
As if Michael's the past and Mickle's the future.
Yep.
So again, it's the way we view time. We can't view time as, oh, Mickle's in the past, so there's no way Michael in the future can do something and affect him in the past. We can't look at it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Time's not linear. That's the brilliance of the show. But other than that, I mean...
And when does he realize that he's fucking Jonas's mom?
That's another thing. At some point, is Mickle going to realize, oh, I'm having a relationship with Jonas's mom? I don't think so at all. I guess it all depends on if Mickle in 2019 knew the name of Jonas's mom. If somehow they had a conversation and Jonas's mom came up and they said... We
don't know, because it's a small town. They've been there 11 years.
But yeah, but Jonas, I mean, Mickle's only been alive 11 years. Half the time, he's probably not comprehensive, and if he's still a kid, he's not going to remember people's names.
At least 7 or up, he's probably knowing some shit.
So either one of two things. Either Mickle never knew the name of Jonas's mom, so going back in 1986, he would never know it's Jonas's mom until, let's say, they're fucking, and all of a sudden
she starts getting older. And
hear me out. Until, like, they're fucking, and then she gets pregnant, and then they're having a conversation, and she's like, oh my god, I love this baby so much. I think we're gonna name him Jonas. And at that point, Mickle will be like, oh my god.
That or he'll know eventually, because just like he put 2 and 2 together when he's like, oh, this is Ulrich, and he saw the picture, young Ulrich, oh shit, I ran into his fucking ass when I thought.
Well, that's his father, so he would definitely pick up on that a lot sooner.
But now he knows that everyone's young in this town. So.
Now he's in that mindset. Okay, I'm in the past. I've learned to accept it. This is my destiny. I'm forced to live here.
Eventually, Hannah gets older and she starts developing features. There's no way that he hasn't seen Jonas's mom. He's seen Jonas's mom.
But it's gonna take a while for her to start to look like the older, because it's 33 years have passed. I don't think she's gonna immediately, like in the next 4 or 5 years, be like,
well, Jonas is 15. In 15 years, he'll probably look at. I think he finds out before she gets pregnant. I think he's gonna see her face like, oh fuck, this is Hannah.
I mean, again, maybe I'm sure this is probably gonna be like season 2 and season 3. But again, we're just theorizing. There's gonna be a truth. The truth is gonna be revealed in its entirety at some point in the show.
Episodes. This was a truth episode. We need more truth.
But yeah, I say all I have to say. This is definitely like not just the best episode of the season. This is one of the craziest episodes of anything I've ever fucking seen. Just the fact that we're 5 episodes into this fucking show and we're already getting our mind blown on so many different levels. We're having these complex conversations about time, time branches, viewing time linearly, black holes, future boys, fucking past people.
And then one other thing too is that now Jonas has got a little cave kit.
The fact that now we know it's in the box. It's a Geiger counter, which measures radiation. It's a light, which I don't know if that light came from. I mean, I guess you could say that light probably would be something you find at like IKEA in 2019. But it's like a hand light. It's like touch sensitive, and he has the map, which the hotel guy has already revised.
He already marked it with the red, yes.
So I'm guessing he's gonna go to the fucking crossing, and the Geiger counter is he's gonna have to go to where the radiation is the strongest, which is probably where the time travel is happening.
And we haven't seen Jonas in 1986, so if Jonas ends up in 1986, and then why is he trying to get him to the crossing? What's gonna happen when he goes to the crossing?
What is the hotel guest endgame? Like, is he? I mean, I feel like all this is still tying around some kind of apocalypse that's about to happen. This whole shit is just like the tip of the iceberg. Even though it's such a big bombshell, I feel like it's just scratching the surface.
It's halfway through season 1. There's 3 seasons.
Exactly. So there's still way more on the table, but I'm blown at this point. I have nothing else to say. Final thoughts, Glacier?
Yeah, final thoughts. Great show. My favorite episode, up to date. I love the season so far. Can't wait for more. Dragon Certified.
Yeah, I mean, the word masterpiece, I don't like throwing it around, and 5 episodes in, I still don't like throwing it around, but based on the fact that the show is done, and you guys are calling it a masterpiece, I can only assume that they continue the storytelling, and I'm comfortable with this one calling it a masterpiece already. Dragon Certified, fucking hit. And there you have it, guys, another one in the books. The real question is, what you guys think in Dragon Squad land? Again, how's our theorizing without giving away spoilers? Is there anything that we should know that we're not thinking about? And I mean, honestly, what were you guys thinking when you saw this episode?
Leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, join the Dragon Squad, and remember, it doesn't matter if you're up the Fire Squad or the Ice Squad. At the end of the day, when you're a dragon, you're a dragon. That's the end of the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We are Reaction Dragons. I am Ember, the Blaze.
And I'm Glacier, the Iceborn.
And until next time, we'll see you next time.